unless you're in business for the education, you have to go to stage 2. Stage 2 is called the specialty stage. That's where a job is born. Right? You're the chief cook and bottle washer. People are buying you. They bought your passion, your enthusiasm. They want to work with you. They loved what you had to say in the elevator pitch conversation and competition. They come and see you at networking events. You hang around long enough. You grow on them. They finally say, "All right, Tom, you've been here long enough. You're hired. You wore me down, you know." And so they want you. Okay. Now most of you are in a stage 2 business right now. Right? Is that fair? If you stop, the business stops. That's stage 2. If I stop, the business stops. That's stage 2. Well, your goal in stage 2 is to be the highest compensated in your field and to be known as an expert or an authority in this niche, whatever your niche is. Okay, so going forward in your so one of the ways to increase your brand equity when you network, I'd like to invite you to ask 2 questions going forward. Instead of asking people, "Well, what's your business? What do you do?" Start talking about niches. Say, "So Tom, what's your niche?" Okay, it's a different question. And then, instead of saying what you do, ask them, "Well, what makes a good customer for you?" It's more the go-giver mentality than the go-getter mentality, right? We network because it's social and it's fun, and we love to put on our Sunday best at 7 o'clock in the morning when it's 100 degrees. That's why we're here. I'm here for the food. No, you're here to get clients, right? We all are here to get clients. But the best way to do it now is to give a client or a referral to somebody else so it triggers reciprocity. So what's your niche? What makes a good customer for you? So I know how to refer you. I want to send you business. Okay? So you can stay in stage 2 for the rest of your career. And if you love what you do, it's a great gig. Okay? The other night, U2 just played at Giant Stadium.
Was there?
You were there. I was there 2 years ago. I didn't go the other night.
It's on the floor.
What? You're on the floor. Great concert, right? Cool. And U2 is a stage 2 business. They've been there since 1979, something like that. It's a great gig if you love it. If you don't like it, then it's a grind. But you can stay in stage 2 forever. Not bad. U2 hung out with 80,000 of their closest friends. And they've done it in 100 cities. I just saw an interview with them. 700,000 people, $700 million, some ridiculous number. They've been all around the world over the last 2 years. Now, so since there's only so much time in the day, you need to earn as much. There's a cap on what you can earn. It's just physics. So you need to make sure that you're earning the maximum amount. How do you earn the maximum amount? You need to be an authority and you need to be an expert. Make sense? Okay. Now, you're doing such a good job. People love your elevator speeches. You give such a good quality product or service that, man, there's just not enough of you to go around. So you need to start hiring strategic employees. Not just somebody who takes your messages or somebody who gets the mail, but somebody who you can give budget authority to. Like, you can spend up to this amount. You can solve problems up to this amount. I want you to take initiative. You can speak on behalf of the company. That's when you go to stage 3. Stage 3 is the synergy stage, where a structure or a team is born. That's where you're hiring key employees that can take initiative. Strategic partners. And they can speak on behalf of the company, and they can, they have budget authority. So if U2 said, "Hey guys, we're coming to Giant Stadium." Well, we're not coming to Giant Stadium, but U2 is coming to Giant Stadium. I'm Bono, I'm The Edge, I'm Larry, I'm Adam, and we won't be there. We're going to send 4 other guys, but they're going to crank out our tunes all night long. How many people would show up? Not 80,000.
Elvis impersonators, I don't know.
There's a lot of Elvis impersonators, but they're not filling Madison Square Garden at $100 a pop. Some people might show up for a few bucks. That's the difference between stage 2 and stage 3.
That's why cover bands play bars.
Cover bands play bars, U2 plays Giant Stadium. You get the difference, right? Okay, so now, you're more in the duplication phase in stage 3, where I need more of me to go around so we can expand our footprint, right? The firm concept as opposed to the individual practice, right? Stage 4 is the biggest leap you'll make in business. Stage 4 is the systems stage, and that's where a true business is born. I remember back in my construction days, I had a stage 2 and stage 3 business, and for 24 years, I never went on a vacation in the winter because we did snow plowing. I could never plan a vacation in advance. I learned that the hard way. Planned a ski trip in Colorado in January, and everybody went but me. What was I doing? I was plowing snow for 48 hours in a row while they were skiing. Couldn't do it until I systematized my business. Now it's great. I like cash payroll checks every 2 weeks. They don't sit in the drawer anymore. And I can go on vacation. I can plan things in advance because we have systems in place now. But stage 4 is when systems are just getting started. And how many of you have kids? How many of you have ever been a kid? You know kids. So this is for everybody. So it's like teaching a kid how to ride a bicycle. You don't just put the kid on the bike and say, well, there's your helmet, and there's your elbow pads, and there's the bike. Go get them. No, you put them on. You say, this is what keeps you from hurting your head, and this is in case you scrape your elbow, and this is how you turn, and this is how you pedal, and here's how you stop, right? But you don't just then say, well, go ahead, operate, honey. Go get it. No, what do? You stand behind your hand by the seat, and you follow them around, and you're like, you're doing so good, you're so good. And then finally, you let off your hand from the seat, and they keep riding. But you want them to know that you're right behind them, right? Like they can't tell the difference. So you're like, you're doing so great! Like they don't know you're yelling at them, and you're 50 feet behind, right? So you let them ride, and like, wow, they're doing okay. And they turned, and they came back, and a little wobbly, but they're all right. And every time they see you, they seem to be riding a little bit better. But when they don't see you, they get a little wobbly. And it's kind of the same thing in business. When you're around your employees, they work faster, they work better. When you leave, productivity drops a little bit. That's how you know you're in stage 4. But as the systems get better, you can go to stage 5. Stage 5 is when a franchise is born. Whether formally incorporated or not, the systems take over. All right, a few years ago, I taught my son how to ice skate because he said his friends were playing ice hockey, and he said, "Dad, I want to play hockey." So okay, so I'm not a skater by any stretch. I can get around the rink, but I used to teach Sean how to skate, and I gave this same talk in Toronto, and someone raised their hand and said, "How old was he?" I said, "Well, he was 7," and they thought they were going to report me for child abuse. That it was 7 years before a kid learned how to play hockey. You know, in Canada, it's the religion. Here they're like, wow, 7 years old, that's great. Up there they're like, what's wrong with you? Bad parent. So I teach my son how to play hockey. You know, I'm like, come on, just you work your way around and you push off and you push off. So we had a little game. We played tag. I can't skate all that fast, so I would touch Sean. I'd skate ahead, and he'd take a little while, and then he would touch me. Right? That's when we were stage 4. Because there was a little bit of a system, he had all this stuff on, and he would learn enough to touch me, and then I would touch him back, and we'd skate around. Now, Sean's been playing for 5 years. So we go skating, and I'm still, this guy. So Sean said he would walk up to me and he'd go, let's play tag. Almost knock me over, and then he skates behind me in reverse going, come on, and I can't catch him. When he's going backwards and I'm going forward, that's how you know you're in stage 5. When your employees run your systems better than you even designed them.